So you just heard me play the main groove from Days Are Forgotten by Kasabian, drummed by Ian Matthews. And in this video I'm going to teach you how to play that drum groove. It's a relatively simple one. It's 1 bar long. I believe this is accessible to many different levels of drummer, from beginners to advanced. Obviously, the more advanced drummers can find this a little bit simple, but as with any great drum beat, you can have a lot of fun just laying back and grooving. I certainly have fun playing these kind of beats because they are so simple, because you can just have fun just, you know, feeling the music and not concentrating on some sort of amazing linear lick you've just worked on. You know, you can just be playing a simple groove and just enjoying the music. So these kind of things are fun for me, even though it is quite simple. So saying that, I'm going to make it even simpler. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give you a simple drum beat first, and then we're going to play the actual drum beat, which is just slightly harder. But you can obviously judge for yourself that. So Ian's playing 8th notes all the way through on the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the drum beat occurs at 9 seconds into the song. The first few seconds of the song are basically like a recording of a drum beat, and then the actual drums kick in because you can hear the real hi-hats start working after about 9 seconds. You'll know what I mean if you listen to the song. And it's played at around 104 BPM. I can never be 100% accurate, but if you want to put on the metronome, then it's a good tempo to practice is as close to the actual tempo of the song. It's around 104 BPM. And like I say, Ian's playing 8th notes on the hi-hat all the way through, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Snare drum's played on beats 2 and 4. And really the first half of the bar is exactly the same as the second half of the bar. So beats 1 and 2 are the same as beats 3 and 4. So we've got 2 bass drums with the hi-hats on 1 and the and of beat 1, 1 and. Snare drum on beat 2, 2. Hi-hat on the and of 2. And then we have another snare drum note that falls in between the hi-hats on the of beat 2. And to play like Ian plays it, you have to play that snare drum note slightly quieter than the main snare drum note on beat 2. And I wouldn't really call it a ghost note, but it's certainly quieter. It adds dynamics to the groove. So the best way to do this, or the best way I've done this, is to play a rim shot on beat 2, and the rim shot is simply where you hit the edge of the snare drum and the centre of the snare drum at the same time with your stick, obviously. So it's around here. Imagine this is obviously quite a small snare drum. A real snare drum will be a bit wider, but you end up hitting the rim here and the centre of the snare drum at the same time. Now this kit's got like a sensitive rim on it, so if I hit the centre without hitting the rim, you get that sound. If I hit the rim and the centre at the same time, you get that sound, a rim shot. And that occurs on the real drum as well, where you hit the rim and the centre at the same time. So I'm going to play the back beats, like I usually do in most drumming, as rim shots on beats 2 and 4. And I'm going to play the of beat 2 and the of beat 4, as we get into in a second, as a normal stroke in the centre of the drum, not too loud, not too quiet, somewhere in between. So let me play what I've explained so far. Listen out for the quieter note on the of beat 2, falling in between the hi-hats, the steady hi-hats with the right hand, played slightly quieter than the rim shot on beat 2. We get this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and And at this stage we might as well just play the whole thing, the whole bar. Because like I say, the first half's exactly the same as the second half. For the simplified version of the drum beat, we'll add up the open hi-hat bits in a second. So without the open hi-hat bits for now, let's just play the first half and the second half of the bar, which are the same, together. Here we go, slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a bit faster. And up to tempo, 104 BPM. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Not the best timing in the world. Okay, and then we're going to try and add the hi-hat openings in now. So that version I just showed you would be a drum beat you could play along to this song, and it would work. But we're going to try and play what Ian plays now. And what he does is he opens the hi-hat on beat 4 and the and of beat 4. So you just simply lift your hi-hat foot for those two hi-hat notes when it's struck. So when you're striking the hi-hat on 4 and the and, 4 and the and, then the hi-hat's going to be slightly open. It's then going to close again on beat 1 of the next bar. So you're actually striking the snare drum, the quieter snare drum note on the of beat 4, while the hi-hat is still open and ringing. So if I play it slowly, you'll hear the hi-hat ring as I strike the left hand on the snare drum. Like this, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. It's hard playing it that slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and a bit faster. And up to tempo. Okay, so there you go. There's the actual drum beat from the song. You've got the simplified version or the slightly harder version, the actual version of the song, but I think you'll find that both are relatively simple and both worth having a go at. I hope you found that fun. You can contact me through the usual places. You should know them by now: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, website, drumsaword.com, of course. So please subscribe, join my Facebook page, tweet to me, email me, carrier pigeon, Morse code. Any way you like to get in contact with me would be great. Check out my website, check out my package deals. You can instantly download videos from my website, Drum Charts. I've got my DVD package deal, which you can order through PayPal, and I'll ship it around the world no matter where you happen to live, which contains hundreds of videos and drum charts and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Lots of stuff like this video. So yeah, please do check me out, and I'll see you around next time.